Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to your boy Kongming, episodes 8 and on. And I say that because I don't know how many episodes we're going to get through today. Just whatever I feel works best, because we've got 5 episodes total left, including this one. And we might be able to get this done in 2 goes, in 2 recordings. Maybe 3, I don't know. It depends on, again, how much I am willing to do. Another reason I say this is because this week I've been sick. This is actually not pre-recorded ahead of time as much, only like a couple days. So yeah, I've been sick this past week since coming back from TrodCon. Just typical con crud, luckily. Nothing major, just, stuffy nose, sore throat, the typical. It happens all the time coming back from cons. I feel it coming. Felt like I was going to sneeze, but now it's not coming because, of course, every time I prepare for it, it's like it's not going to come, right? But yeah, pretty typical. As for where we left off and all, we have gotten our rapper on the crew, and now, why is her name escaping me? Oh my gosh, why is her name escaping me? The main female character. She's gone off doing a bunch of stuff on Kongming's request, trying to get this record guy to help her and everything. And now she's connected with this other girl who I realized, I think after recording the last episode, has the same name as one of the singers from this rival music group that was mentioned. And it's like, I just didn't put that together before. But she has the exact same name. And so I think it might be the same person, just, in plain clothes. So I'm wondering how that's going to go. Because the ending of the last episode looked like they were going to become friends and everything. But if they're rivals, I mean, they could still be friends and rivals at the same time. Believe it or not, that is possible. Rivals don't have to be mean to you all the time. Pokemon fans really need to learn that. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. To see how this, because this seems like to be the big, maybe final story arc of this season at least. It seems they're going heavy into it. We have this eccentric record producer who they're trying to get on their side, trying to put out a single and everything, bought him some pudding. And yeah, it's just Aiko, that's her name. Aiko is trying to kind of figure out who she is as a musician in order to, get him to work with her. And yeah, it's just kind of really moving on to the next stage in order to win this competition for the most likes, I think it is, on social media. Or is it? Yeah, it's likes on a single post. That's what it was. So I'm definitely interested to see how this goes down. And like I said, we're just going to watch as many episodes as I feel I can today, based on, the fact that I'm still feeling a little sick. But again, it's mostly just stuffy nose and shit right now. My sore throat's almost completely gone. The headaches are becoming few and far between. I'm doing a lot better than I had been. I haven't been recording a lot this week though because of this, but The fact that I'm able to record now is proof that I'm doing well enough to be able to record. So, which is good because I needed to get this recorded because I hadn't had this. I hadn't had any more Kongming recorded yet. So, kind of need to get that done. At least for this week for now. But we're gonna check this out, see what we've got, and yeah, hope for the best. So for the time being, let's get this going. What was I about to? Was I about to give like some kind of other sign on there? When the screen fades to black, pause this reaction or redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode or episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, this, I guess you could say, act of the arc is complete. Aiko has discovered her voice and has discovered what and who she is singing for. But the true focus, I guess you could say, and the true star of this arc has been Nanami. Nanami is the bassist and lead singer of Azalea, who at the moment is basically Aiko's biggest rivals in this 100,000 likes contest. They are a band who has made it big thanks to their manager, but in doing so have sacrificed the soul of their music and their ideals pretty much completely. And they felt they needed to do it, especially just to be able to survive. They weren't making money. They were having to pick up all these extra jobs just to be able to, pay bills and shit and be able to feed themselves. So they felt like they had no choice. And you can't really blame them in that regard. But the fact that they did sacrifice everything, their style, their soul, their music, everything, and instead are completely performing to this guy's whims. Like, this is a very harsh critique on the music industry. And not just in Japan, but even here in America. This, and all over the world. This kind of shit is a lot more common than you would think. Music producers and managers and stuff controlling their clients. Making them sing what they want them to sing. Making them act and perform in the way that they want them to. Even to the point of controlling what they do in their free time. This is unfortunately very common. And it sucks. Because you'll see a lot of these artists, for example, like in their early days, they'll have this great identity to them. They'll feel unique and special and really talented. But then once they become super popular and become just these icons, you see that their uniqueness, their originality fades. They become corporate. And they just lose their soul in order to fit in. They sell out. And you see this a lot. You see a lot of musicians out there who, at least in my opinion, were so drastically better in their early days and felt like they had so much more genuine, like, just genuineness to their music. It's shocking, kind of. I mean, a great example of that for me would be Beyonce. Beyonce Knowles, when she was with Destiny's Child and everything in her early days, was fantastic. She was unique. She was original. She was standing out. She wasn't just another big name pop singer. She was with the others in the group her own thing. But then once she went solo and started to become this big name and everything, she lost that soul. She lost what made her special and became just another pop singer. You could say the same thing about Taylor Swift. And God, did Taylor Swift get lost in it all. Unlike Nanami here, Taylor Swift actually definitely got lost in the fame and popularity. But that's I'm not going to get too into my hatred for Taylor Swift nowadays, but when she started off and everything, she was actually really good. But she buckled and sold out to the mainstream. And so many artists have done this. And they could all say, and you could all say that it's like, yeah, it's their choice. And yeah, to a degree it is. They are the ones who have to make that decision to sell out. But the fact is, they are the ones who are selling out and basically adhering to the demands and requirements of their record producers and all. And you've even seen this in other media. The best example in my knowledge, I guess you could say, would actually be My Little Pony, ironically enough. There's an episode of My Little Pony, I think it's called The Main Event? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Either way, the episode features an old friend of Applejack's named Kalaratura, or Rara for short. She is a famous musician in Equestria who sold out and became this corporate stylized artist instead of, a unique, just original musician. She was given all this glitz and glamour, told how to sing, what to sing, how to dress, how to act around others, all because of her manager, Sven Gallop. She lost her soul, and it even caused her to turn against Applejack after they reunited after so long. But luckily, it was revealed to her that Sven Gallop was doing this all for himself, that it wasn't actually for her, and because of that, she was able to get rid of him and to go back to her roots and become a singer that she wanted to be. And all of her fans accepted her for it. And that's not always going to be the case in real life situations and all. But it's always better to be yourself and to be true to yourself than to sell out and lose your identity and soul. While these episodes focused on Aiko finding her identity, we also see the opposite. We see that Nanami has lost hers. That she no longer has that identity. That she's a puppet. Controlled by a manager who is using her for his own sake. And you can see that she hates it. When she said that she doesn't like Azalea, she meant it. Because she doesn't like what Azalea's become. She doesn't like what they've done to her band. She hates everything about this. But she feels trapped. What are her and her friends going to do? They don't want to go back to having to struggle. They don't want to have to go back to not being able to afford just general living expenses. They're afraid. They think that this is their only option, especially now after having gained such a big following. They don't want to let that following down. And we have 3 episodes left. in this arc, the 100,000 likes arc, you could say. I don't give a shit about that. A couple episodes ago, I did. But at this point, the only thing I want to see in these last 3 episodes is I want to see Aiko save Nanami and her friends and allow them to escape this horrible situation that they're forced into. Hell, maybe even have them come join in with them and Kabe. That would be great. And Kabe went through his own self-discovery in these episodes, returning to where it all began, reconnecting with his old friends. He was able to reconnect with his love for rap. I think that would be the best outcome. If Aiko was able to save Nanami and her friends, and they were able to come over to join Studio Kongming, whatever you want to refer to it as. I really want to see it happen. That's what I'm invested in here. Like, of course, I want to see our girl get her 100,000 likes. Of course, I want to see her progress in her goal, in her dream. But much more than that, I want to see, at this point, after what these episodes did, I want to see her put more effort into saving her new friend. So, yeah. It's very clear I'm invested in this. It's wild how exceptional this show can get. Like, for a series that is basically a comedic, music-based isekai, it feels so genuine and real and even relatable in some ways. I really did not expect this when I first decided to check this series out. I did not expect this series to become this good. But it is. I've been reacting to it around the same time, and I would say this is up there with Spy Family. And a lot of YouTubers I've seen have even talked about them in that same kind of regard. Talking not only just because they came out in the same season, but because they're both comedic series that are so much more than that. That are just so good. And have so much depth and heart. And yes, even comedy. This is good. This is like really good. And I want to see more series like this. Because I am so heavily invested in this. So, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these episodes of your boy Kongming? And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.